Bro,
Here. Yeah. We here, fam.
what's
What's up?
going down?
Hey, man. Life is good, brother.
Yeah,
Boy,
that's always good. I like
boy.
that hat, man.
Yeah, man. Appreciate it, man. I got to start repping me, man. I
Nah,
mean,
it's
I
good.
already rep me, but I look at it like I'll throw on a team fitted just like that. I got something to rep too, though.
That,
Yeah.
that's a lot. That's a lot of letters on that hat, boy. I know that costs a lot.
Man, funny story. Can boys hear me good, bro?
I mean, we can hear you, but we can also hear your rain showers in the background as well. Always, Leisha, what up, man? Thanks for joining.
Funny story, bro. Not really funny, but here we go. When I went to go get this hat made, bro,
Mm-hmm.
I had my daughters with me. It was around 8:30 p.m.,
Mm-hmm.
bro. And the people were kind of rushing, so I'm like, all right, fam, let me whatever. They closed at 9. I got there around 8:15. I'll call it 8:15. They told me my hat would be ready at 8:30. Bro, I went to go pick up that hat. The stitching was nasty looking. I'm like, fam, what is this? I don't want this. Anywho, the next day the manager fixed up the hat the way I wanted, and I found out that the people kind of overcharged me and everything. It was a mess, bro. But I say that
What
to say,
mall did you go to get that hat done?
you say, what mall did I go
Yeah.
to? I went to First Colony in Houston.
Okay.
Yeah,
Hey,
but
why
anything,
you say First Colony Houston like I don't know what First Colony is?
bro, we got list. I know you know what it is, but we got people listening that may not know what it is, bro.
Well, that's fair. My bad.
So, so I mean, do you go to spots when they're about to close, whether that be a restaurant, whether that be whatever?
If
Do
it's
you
if
go?
it's if it's a restaurant, no. If it's a retail store, yes. So if a retail store is closing at 9 and I walk in at 8:30, you're still open. If
Why not a restaurant?
because if a restaurant, let's say the kitchen closed at the restaurant at 10:30 and I walk in at 10:15, I know unrealistically it doesn't make sense for me to sit down and get food order. And I'm not going to let nobody play about my food versus me walking into a retail store.
Okay, okay, okay,
Yeah. So
okay,
just it depends on the circumstances, but for the most part, most retail stores, man, if they close at 9, they start tightening up about 8:30, maybe even 8 o'clock, kind of beat the time. But if you close at 9 and I walk in at 8:45, you're still open. So I'm shopping.
okay. Let me ask you a question about that. Are you going to be quick about it, or would you take your time about it?
It depends, man. If it's something that I really want, I'm gonna take my time. If it's something that I'm just walking in to say, yo, let me see what they got, then I can be quick about it. Now I am cognitive that they are closing at 9 o'clock, but at the same time, fam, the business isn't technically closed yet. I walk in ahead of time. I'm not going to be rushed because you might be rushing me, and I might be ready to drop a bag.
All right. What? All right. When you was in Houston and you had your store in Houston, did boys ever come in when you was about to close?
Absolutely, and I'll let them stay. So if somebody come in, let's say I close at 7, and somebody walking right at 6:50, I will let them stay. I will lock the door at 7 while they shop, right? And I won't rush them. I'll wait till they're completely done so they can stay 7:30, 8. If they're shopping, they're spending bag with me. Why am I gonna rush my customer away? And then after they leave, then obviously I will open the door and let them out. But
Okay.
I lock the door if they're still shopping. That way nobody else can come in.
Mm, okay.
Yeah, man, it makes no sense to turn away money.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That makes sense. But you're thinking about it from a owner's perspective, bro.
Right.
You gotta think about it from the guy that's making hourly, whereas
You're making hourly. So if you're making hourly, you work until 9 o'clock. You shouldn't be trying to push me out at 8:30. That's not a
I
part
mean
of your hourly pay. Your hourly pay is to work the whole hour, not the 30 minutes before you close.
I'm with you, but I guess they're thinking like, man, me doing whatever cleanup I have to do before I get out of here, these cats that's just walking in here, they kind of holding me back from that.
What am I holding you back from? Doing your damn job?
No, I'm with you, bro. Remember, I was in the waiter industry, bro, and I hey man, if we closed at 9, and somebody came in at 8:45, 8:50, 8:58, I wasn't tripping. I got them, bro. I
Right.
got them.
You will get your bread.
Yeah. I had to get the paper,
Right.
bro. Now today I wouldn't be, but then also I didn't have children. A lot of that time I was single. So I mean, it was just me going home to maybe my apartment or going back home to live with my parents. So it wasn't a big deal. It wasn't a
Right.
big deal.
Right.
Okay, man. Outside of that, fam, how you doing,
Man,
bro?
I'm doing good, man. Survived COVID week from last week. This week has been pretty decent. Really been really focusing on my getting back in with my gym, doing my workouts, my Tula days now, getting back my running in. Went to the Yankees game yesterday with the fam and with the wifey and some friends. So I had a good time with that, man. Week's been good so far.
Okay.
Friday, your boy is gonna be flying into Indy because you know what's gonna be happening Sunday.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Nah. Don't blow it off. Don't play it off. Yeah, Friday I'll be in Indy. Obviously gonna watch my team go 1-0 on Sunday. What up, Dre? So man,
Hello,
I got
Jay.
a busy week ahead of me, man.
Okay. But everybody was good with the COVID
Yeah,
situation.
everybody's good now, man. The house COVID free. So you know what's crazy, man? I'm so happy that I be on my vitamins and my zinc and my supplements, where I just keep my immune system up, man. Because it should have been no reason why I didn't catch COVID, bro.
Mm, mm, mm. And that's crazy. Boys say they ain't never had it. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
I never had COVID, man.
That's
Since Dre on here, man. So you and Dre, I'll also be in the H next week to drop you boys package off to y'all, man. So look forward to that.
bet. I'm here, man.
Yeah.
Bet.
Yeah, man.
Mogul.
How about your week, fam?
Man, I'm good, bro. We just I'm working, man, and bro, it's crazy for me, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. It's crazy how in my field, bro, I have to show up with limited resources and be Superman, bro. Real
Yeah, we
talk.
talked about that last week.
Real talk. I gotta
Right.
show up every day, limited resources, and be Superman, bro. It's almost like I'm becoming, bro. You know what? You know how I describe myself, bro, at work, and I'm not even joking. This may sound nuts, but just hear me out, bro. Pause. Do you remember the climactic scene in Avengers Endgame?
Which one? The first one or the second one?
Well, the Endgame, the second one.
Oh, Endgame. That's the last one, right? That's where what you call it died and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know what the
Mogul.
climactic scene is. Pause. But it's a lot of what particular scene are you talking about?
So my favorite scene in that whole movie, bro, because it describes my life, bro. When like all the other Avengers that didn't turn in the sand and disappear for 5 years, the Avengers that were fighting Thanos, bro, they all getting whooped, they getting beat up, and Captain America gets up and he sees Thanos and all the other villains, and Captain America picks up his broken shield, he straps it to his forearm, and he's like, "Hey man, if I'm a," the visual was, "Man, if I'm gonna go out, fam, they gonna have to deal with me on my way out, bro. I'm giving you everything with this broken shield, bro. Boys gonna have to see me." That's how I am
I don't know
going
if
to work
that's a
every day.
good comparison to compare to what you do for a living, bro. I don't know if you'd be willing to go out on your shield for these badass kids, nigga.
Nah, bro. Metaphorically, no, I'm saying like it's not even just the kids. It's the limited resources, bro. The expectations are here. The resources are here, and boys just telling you, but be great though. It's like, wait, what? Huh?
Right.
But but me being the man that I
You
am, bro.
basically pulling a bunny out of a magic hat.
Absolutely,
You work, yeah, right.
absolutely.
I get it.
And so check this out, Mogul. This brings me to a question before we get into our first topic, bro.
Right.
What is one thing I'm inspired by, bro, is Kobe and that Mamba mentality, bro. So I always looked at that and I said, man, what if I had my own mentality, bro? What would it consist of? Mogul, what is the mogul mentality, bro? What all goes into the mogul mentality?
Man, my simple mentality is never to quit, man. Never give up. That's whether it's hard times in life. That's whether it's struggles in life. It's whether it's frustrations. My mental aspect ain't there. Moments where I was just sometimes like any other human beings. I just be like, man, I'm tired. I'm exhausted with this shit. But my mentality is like I can be down for that day, or I can be exhausted for that day, or I can be down and out for a few months, a couple of years. But nigga, I'm never giving up. Like I'm never giving up. Like you ain't gonna never see me. You ain't Biggie once had like one of the best rap lines I ever heard. He said, even when you feeling bummy, keep your pajamas Armani. Like that's like that. Even though I'm doing down, you're never gonna see me doing down. Like my mentality is always to just keep hustling, to keep surviving, keep fighting by any means necessary. And even if I am down and out, the world will never know I'm doing down and out because I'm always going to present that. Not to say I'm faking or nothing, but I'm always going to present like I'm okay. I'll be all right because that's like the mentality that I have, just to never give up, man. And I think I even had that perspective since a kid as well, man.
Okay, this is good. This is good,
Brittany
bro.
85, what up?
Man, so
Thanks for joining.
what I came up with, bro, my own mentality, bro. I would have to think of a fly name, but as of right now, the Inspired by Christopher mentality until I come with something better. Bro, just hard work, man. Because that's what I do, man. I'm going to give you my all. Pause. That was crazy. I'm going to give it my all, bro. Pause. I'm going to show up every day, bro. It's been times I've shown up sick, but my leadership mentality is like, nah, fam, I have to, for me to be as great as I think I am, I have to present myself in a different manner than what others do. When I see boys and I know boys do the bare minimum, I have to make sure I look nothing like them, bro.
Right.
So that's a key role. That's a key thing in my mentality, bro. And man, I'm just committed, man. If I say I'm gonna do something, I'm going to do it, bro. That's just like with these shows, with this podcast, with things I've done in the past, bro. I'm gonna commit. If I say I'm showing up for a year, I'm going to show up for a year. If I commit to a year. Now after that year, I may revisit some things and see if things make sense, bro. But I'm going to show up, man. And the last thing, man, I gotta inspire, man, through hard work, through my actions, through my leadership, through the way I carry myself, bro. I need to carry myself in a manner to where people look at me and say, man, I want to get to that level, or I want to do that, or I want to move like that, bro. So yeah, man, boys just kind of had to put some ideas together, come with my own mentality, something I could look at and be like, yeah, I have to meet this every day, bro. Yeah.
Like that, man. And that's dope. That's real. I respect that 100%.
But Mogul, man, let's get into the show, bro.
Let's go, man. Where you want to start at?
Man, tell us about, man, you for some reason you want to talk about Dame Dash every week.
No,
bro.
I think this is good. This is part 3. You know, I always say, man, it's easy to discuss topics that's relationship relatable, right? Because we all have relationships some way, somehow. But I think it's always good to where you can discuss business topics and put yourself in these business scenarios to see what you will do. So obviously for the past couple of months, we've discussed a 2-part series to Dame Dash and what he got going on a lot with business wise. So I keep up to date with a lot of this stuff. So part 3 to what we to what's going on with Dame in this lawsuit has came out. So I sent you 2 videos. I'm not sure if you got a chance to watch both of them real quick.
I looked at them.
Okay. So the 3rd video, a couple of weeks ago, Dame Dash was on camera. He had 2 Rockefeller chains on, original rock chains. And he was discussing, obviously, the lawsuit that we've been talking about with him selling his portion of Reasonable Doubt. And we kind of discussed that in the last video, in a couple of series, so I'm not going to go into too much details about that. But long story, we know that he has an auction where he has to sell his portion of it. Um, in the video, Dane was saying anybody who wants to pay him $10 million for his portion of Reasonable Doubt will get an original rock chain, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, you know, it's not official unless I take it off my neck and give it to you, this and this and that. So, you know, I looked at a lot of those comments, and a lot of people was like, man, why would anybody want to buy this for $10 million? And this chain ain't even worth $10 million. This portion of the of Rock of Reasonable Doubt ain't worth $10 million. But now another part has come out to where Dame Dash owes $8.7 million in taxes. We already knew he had child support issues, but now the number has came out to where he owes like over $140,000 in back child support issues. And also he lost this lawsuit to where he owes a little bit over $300,000. So when I saw that, it made me reference back to why Dane thought he can sell that portion of Reasonable Doubt for $10 million. See, it's all adding up now, right? So I'm like, oh, he's close to $10 million in debt, right? Because if you do the math, $8.7 million, $300,000, you know, it's not close to 10 million, but it's a little bit close to 10 million, right? Just 8.7 million in back taxes alone is crazy. So I was like, okay, well, it kind of makes sense to why his thought process is this. He can think he can actually sell 33% that somebody will own after a couple of years for $10 million. And now that I see that, I watched another video where they changed the bidding price now, where they was selling his shares for 1.3. Now they upped it to 3.3 million, right? And so they pushed the auction back because they're changing the legal legalities of it, to put it like that. And so now Dame is trying to sell, thinking he can up his portion to selling his portion from 10 million. Now he's asking for $12 million, and you get original rock chain for him. So I bring this to your attention because now this is part 3 of this. If you're a business person, if you're Dame, 2 parts. Let's say you're a businessman, right? Are you buying that deal from Dame Dash for $12 million where you can get 33% of Reasonable Doubt all the way up until 3031 before you turn it back over? You get an original rock chain. Are you doing that? And then as a businessman, from Dame Dash perspective, do you still think he's making sense, or is he a little bit delusional in what his asking price is for $12 million plus a rock chain?
This is good. If I'm a businessman and I have 10 million to spend, would I buy the 33% share in Rockefeller to get the Rockefeller chains? No. I think it would be very nostalgic. I'm not as big as a Rockefeller fan as you.
Right.
I'm more of a Dame and a Kanye fan, but I would love to have a Rockefeller chain, bro. I'm not spending $10 million on it, bro. So to me, that wouldn't make sense business-wise, unless I'm gonna kind of somewhat take that back. If I looked at those chains like as the original Rockefeller chains as art, which I kind of do, if I had an extra 10 million just lying around, why not? But then owning that 33 and a third share would kind of be pointless, because if I don't have a relationship with Jay-Z or Biggs, that share would kind of be meaningless. So it would be me just really buying the chains, which if I wanted the chains, I would just go to Dame directly and be like, hey man, can I give you 500,000 for one of them or something like that?
Right.
On Dame's end, pause. I don't think he's crazy for asking $12 million, bro. Your price is your price. It's not like he has to sell multiple things for $12 million. If one person says, I want that for $12 million, it's a success.
Right.
Mogul, you have to think back to when that white man that I don't know, he was making money in the pharmaceutical industry. He bought that original Wu-Tang album for like $2.5 million. Now, if you ask yourself, Mogul, would you buy an original Wu-Tang album for $2.5 million? Yeah. See, it's making sense now.
If Wu-Tang is, all right, logically, no. Logically, no. Right? If I'm a diehard Wu-Tang and Wu-Tang is absolutely the best ever diehard fan, to your point, if I had the extra 2 point something million dollars, I will buy it.
Good.
But
Stop
also,
right there,
but also think about this. You're talking about a one of one. That's it.
Okay. Okay.
Not multiple Rockefeller chains. I just want to put that out there.
Okay, Mogul, I'm a bring this one home for you, bro. If Jay had an original album never been released that was being moved for $2.5 million, and you had an extra $2.5 million that had no destination that you could spend like that, would you buy it?
Absolutely.
Okay, so with that said, there is some billionaire Rockefeller fan that looks at Dame as one of the original CEOs that may have an extra $12 million to spend to get a Rockefeller chain, to get an original Rockefeller chain from one of the three founders of Rockefeller. So to answer your question, do I think he's crazy for asking that? No. Because he only needs one buyer, bro.
All right, man. Now let me talk, because obviously you're gonna find either way to make Dame and Kanye look like they got sense, and that's where somebody like me steps in. And by the way, I see we both got on takes today. We must be the take boys. Pause, but I'm gonna let that go. But I'm gonna let me, who feel like the take a little better, talk at this point.
Look at you. That's hate. That's hate. That's hate, Mogul. That's hate. Yeah.
So let's go back to the question you asked me, right? Anybody knows, y'all, if anybody knows, I'm the diehard Jay-Z fan. I like to call myself the #1 Jay-Z fan in the world, but my guys, my people know I'm the #1 Hov fan, right? And somebody came to me and was like, yo, Hov got an album, one album, that's it. You can buy for 2 point something million dollars. I'm for sure copping it. Because you want to know what I can do with that Hov album eventually 20 years down the line?
What?
I can flip that whole album and I can sell it for $5 million if I choose.
Okay.
If I buy a Rockefeller chain, an old Rockefeller chain that came from Dame Dash Neck for $10 million, you think I could flip that down the line and sell it for another, double it and sell it for 20, or even sell it for 2 or 12, 15?
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
The chances are most likely hell no. Hell no. The chain ain't worth $10 million. Dame didn't even buy the chain for $10 million.
Okay.
So that's a bad business move anyway. The Jay-Z album, one of one, nobody never heard, nobody in this entire world got but me. That's an investment. That's an easy flip. That's an easy flip. So the business circumstances are different on that. That's why what you're saying, I get it. But when you break it down, it doesn't make no sense to purchase that chain. Now, realistically, you're purchasing more than a chain. You're purchasing 33% of Reasonable Doubt. Dame Dash portion of Reasonable Doubt is not worth $10 million. If it was worth $10 million, the auction would have started it at $10 million. The courts, the law, or the judges, whoever, they would have started that at $10 million. So obviously, it's not worth $10 million. But why is Dame really trying to sell his portion and think, because his clout is still the same, that he can add a old Rockefeller chain in? That, quite frankly, man, let me just be honest with you. The nostalgia of the Rockefeller chain in 2024 isn't like it was in the early 2000s. Let's just keep it a buck. And I'm saying that as a Rockefeller fan. The nostalgia of it is not the same. Nobody really cares. And then when you do get one, it's not like you're getting one now to say you're a part of Rockefeller Records. It's more so if Jay give you one, Dame but the nostalgia of it doesn't hit the same. Can we all agree on that?
No, I disagree.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna say this and I'll pass it back to you, bro. Pause. If Jay hands you a Rockefeller chain, that means he have a level of respect for you, bro. So it's not the chain, it's the level of respect from the individual, bro.
I'm not saying the chain doesn't have no meaning. I'm saying the nostalgia of it. Meaning the era of the Rockefeller chain where Rockefeller was like popping and nostalgia is no longer there. Rockefeller Records doesn't exist. Hasn't been around in 20 years.
The hip hop fans is still I don't see how you could. I don't see how you.
D-Rob, do you think the nostalgia of Rockefeller Records is still the same in 2024? They don't even make music. There's no Rockefeller artists.
To people our age, I'll say yes. To these new kids, no, bro. No.
You think for people our age still feels the nostalgia of? First of all, what is your definition of nostalgia? Let me ask that because we may not be on the same page with that.
It's like a euphoric feeling from back when. Pause.
Or not even back when, or even what's going on now. So for example, if there's a certain who has a big nostalgia in music right now, let's say like the aura of TDE with K-Dot and all of them, or even when that battle was going on, I don't know who's the hottest label in the game right now anymore, but their nostalgia is not the same as it is back in 2004 Rockefeller Records. They don't even make music. There is no Rockefeller artists. So how could the nostalgia still hit the same from early 2000s versus 2024? I'm confused why you think that's the same.
Because this thing represents something, bro. That's no different than seeing the Air Jordan. It's no different than seeing a pair of patent leather 11s.
Air Jordan, Michael Jordan are still relevant. Rob, you're making my point.
Mogul. Okay, Jay is still relevant, so Rockefeller lives on.
No, see,
I shouldn't be telling you this.
You're right.
I shouldn't be telling you this.
You're mixing it up, bro. You're trying to twist this like a lemon. It's not working, bro. But anyway, I'll let you go so we don't go too far into this, okay? But like I said, in my opinion, the nostalgia of Rockefeller Records don't exist anymore. It was over almost 30 years ago. So the nostalgia of it doesn't hit the same. So yes, if you were supposed to get a Rockefeller chain from Jay, it means something. It's still meaningful, but I'm saying the nostalgia, meaning like, oh, I'm a part of Rockefeller Records. I'm making Rockefeller music. We're running the music industry. We're the hottest label in the game. That doesn't exist no more at all. So it's no way that you're going to tell me in Dame's mind that he thinks, and this could be the case, but logically, no way no person with common sense and business sense is buying a chain and a portion of an album that you got to turn over in 3031 for $12 million. And I'm going to be honest with you. To me, Dame is crazy to think like he's some fool is actually going to buy that. And if some fool does buy that, good luck for him. I round of applause. But man, if somebody buys that, he committed the biggest crime in business history, bro.
Okay, so let me ask you this, bro. Or let me tell you this, and this on nostalgia. Or on the Rockefeller chain. I think Jay-Z giving somebody a Rockefeller chain is just as major as if Jay-Z hopped on a rapper's song. Yeah, because he a verse or a chain, he's just not giving to anybody, bro.
I think you're mistaking Jay-Z as still Rockefeller Records Inc. of early 2000s. It's two different things, Rob. Jay-Z has Rock Nation. Jay-Z doesn't even make music like that no more. Jay-Z's on another different level of business and life. Jay-Z isn't running around the world promoting Rockefeller Records or dropping an album every year. Like it's hard for me to really get why you're comparing 2024 to early 2000s of Rockefeller Records. Rockefeller Records don't even exist no more.
I looked up the word nostalgia, a wishful affection for the past. It just means you have an affection for the past, bro.
Right.
So when we see, I'm gonna say this, Mogul. If I see a no limit chain, I'm like, yeah. If I see I know Puffy's going through what he's going through. If I see a Bad Boy chain, if I see a Rough Rider chain, if I see the Rock chain, bro, it's all. Man, if I see a Cash Money
you think those chains still hit the same in 2024 like they did in the early 2000s or 90s?
For me, because it would take me back to a place, bro. That's nostalgia, bro. See, let me explain something.
Go ahead.
I don't want to get too far off the topic. I don't listen to newer hip hop like that. So when I hear,
you don't have to.
When I hear hip hop from the past, that's nostalgia, bro. So when I see the chain, when I get the visual of the chain that matches up with the music that I love, that's nostalgia, bro. If I see, it's because it's all a logo, bro. It's all a logo, which goes back to business, bro. It's all a logo. That's marketing, bro. We've been trained to look at a logo that's connected to something that we really love. So every time we see it, man, we're conditioned to have these great feelings about this one thing that we grew up with, bro. Straight up. Nostalgia.
I'm just waiting for you to be done, bro.
Bro, I didn't cook that.
Huh?
I didn't cook that.
You made some good points, but I think ultimately what I'm saying is this: to get a Rockefeller chain in 2024 doesn't hit as if you were getting a Rockefeller chain when Rockefeller was the hottest label in the game. That's what I'm saying. To get a Rockefeller chain now in 2024, yeah, you can get it to say, yo, that's a sign of respect. Jay-Z look at you, Dame looks at you as a sign of respect. But the impact of the Rockefeller chain is not the same in 2024 versus it was in the early 2000s. And that's the statement and the claim that I'm making. You may not think so, but if you ask the majority of the world, they will probably say, yeah, the Rockefeller chain really don't mean nothing now. Versus they did back then when you got a Rockefeller chain.
Okay. So to get back to the topic, Mogul, I do think, I agree with you. I think Dame's trying to sell it for $10 million so he can pay off his debt. I do think so. Now, I just have one more quick question on the Rockefeller chain.
Mm-hmm.
You have a dinner with Jay-Z.
Mm-hmm. I'm taking the $500K over having dinner anyway.
Okay.
Right. But that's just hey, man, that's just me. Go ahead.
Jay-Z has a business interest in you. He likes how you moving, how you handling things. Pause. He has a business dinner with you. Y'all agree to terms on, whatever the business is.
Right.
And he says, hey, man, you remind me of myself, man. I'm going to put this Rockefeller chain in your life. You not going to be hype about that? Pause.
Of course I'll be happy to have a Rockefeller chain. I'm a Jay-Z guy.
Okay. Tell me, just tell me why you be hype about that.
Number one, you're talking about my favorite rapper. Probably I don't look up to celebrities. I don't adore celebrities or nothing of that nature. I don't get hyped when I see celebrities. The only celebrity I've always liked since I was a kid was Jay-Z. The only guy that, when I was coming up, music that I primarily listened to was Jay-Z. The only guy that I mimicked swag, everything after was Jay-Z. I look at business-wise from Jay-Z, like that's my guy, right? If I was going to pick a mentor, Jay-Z is like my mentor, my faraway mentor that he has no idea who I am. So for me personally, to get a Rockefeller chain, hypothetically speaking, if I was supposed to get one from Jay, would mean the world to me. But I'm also under the understanding that we live in 2024. Rockefeller Records ended in 2000 and what?
4,
5, 6. Let's just say 2007 to be safe, right?
Oh yeah.
That's damn near 20 years ago. So the impact of what that chain might have meant back in 2004 is not the same now in 2024. My guy said, talking about Cap, you don't even know what you're talking about.
Say get on this dude, man.
Don't pay
Get on this
attention.
dude, bro.
Said start hating before he even know what
Nah,
we're talking about.
say it on you,
But
bro. Pause.
but the impact is not the same. That's all I am saying. So it's no way that Dame Dash logically could think because this chain is still around his neck. You know how you get giddy when you say LeBron as well. This guy.
Hey, man.
Hey, C-Rob, who you think the GOAT is, Bron or MJ? Just real quick.
I'm gonna go with MJ, bro. I'm gonna go with MJ.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair. Now, goddamn. Now I got another heat. Now you gonna get me cooked in my other group chat. Goddamn.
Yeah.
So anyway, so
man.
So I don't know logically why Dame Dash would think that the impact of this chain, the impact of this chain,
you said,
the impact of this chain is still worth that value when it's not. Because number one, and then just common sense wise, you didn't pay $10 million for that chain, bro.
Of course not.
Right?
Of course.
Reasonable doubt is also not worth, your portion of reasonable doubt is not worth $10 million either. And anybody logically, why would you make a $12 million investment for something that you're not going to own after 30-31? So Dame Dash is literally thinking you are still, and this goes back to our last conversation, he's still thinking that his impact on culture is still so heavy as it was in the early 2000s that he think like this makes sense to people. This doesn't make sense to people. Nobody looks at you like that no more, Dame.
My guy is swinging for the fences, and I support him, bro.
Yeah, you swinging, all right.
Pause.
Pause. Yeah. And you can't use it because Jay-Z takes the vote to prove for anyone to use the music. That and said you're right, and we discussed that too. So logically, I can't understand Dame's perspective to think he can get away for selling this for $12 million. Now, here's what I think Dame should do. Dame, let's say you're about $9 million in debt, right? Here's what I think you should do. Sell whatever portion of the reasonable doubt is, right? What I would negotiate, I will go to Jay, I will go to the bids just to say, hey, before I even try to sell it, I will go to them first. I will drop my ego. I will say, look, man, what can we do where I can give y'all of this, right? How can we make more money off of it? Let me get royalties. Let me get something to help me get out of debt. Give me a big payday for it. Give me some type of royalties over time where I can eventually get out of debt. That's what I would do if I was Dame, because the best person to get the money from in order to get out of debt is to go humble yourself, go back to your previous business partners, and try to work something out with them. Because you're not going to find some random guy that's stupid enough, or they may be stupid enough, but you're not going to find a smart businessman that's going to make that deal. That's what I would do. If that doesn't work out, here's what I would do if I was Dame. Listen, man, there's something called file bankruptcy, bro.
Yeah, I thought about that.
Listen. See, Rob, I'm gonna be honest.
I thought about that.
For a rich person, owing $8 million in taxes is a lot of money. Even if you are a rich person, that's a lot of money to owe in back taxes, bro. Accrued interest, all that shit adds up too. If I'm Dame, I'm just going ahead and file bankruptcy, bro. I ain't got
Now, here's my question about bankruptcy. Does that affect your child support, though?
Man, that is a good question. Let me ask my guy, Said knows this. Said, if you file bankruptcy, does that get you out of paying child support? Said is pretty smart. He knows about stuff like this. Not to say he has child support issues, because he don't, but he knows financial stuff like this.
Which I don't support. I'm a big advocate of, if you're a father, man, just pay for your child, bro.
Yeah.
Pay for your child, bro.
See, I know people to file bankruptcy, obviously, when you're in debt, when you just, and that, and because you file bankruptcy doesn't necessarily mean you're broke.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
50 Cent filed bankruptcy because he lost a lawsuit.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? A lot of people file bankruptcy to say, hey, especially rich people, that's the game.
Yeah.
I don't got it, but
Yeah.
technically I got it, but technically on paper I don't got it.
Yeah.
So if I'm Dame, I'm filing bankruptcy or I'm going to Jay and Biggs to work something out, and I'm humbling myself to do it.
Okay. This was good, Mogul. This was good. I like this, man. Mogul. I ran into a dude, bro. Pause. That we went to school with, man. I saw him at a restaurant, and we had a conversation. He was telling me that he's in this 5-year relationship with this lady, man. When they first started, it was all love. We going to the movies, we going here and there. It's all good. Now, Mogul, he's grown tired of that woman. She doesn't react to him the same way she did 5 years ago. She kind of got a little lazy or whatnot. And he doesn't have the heart to break up with her because it would hurt her feelings. But on the flip side, Mogul, here's the flip side.
Right.
He done started a whole new relationship somewhere else, bro. So he's in a whole nother new relationship somewhere else while still currently being with this young lady that he doesn't have the heart to break up with. I have a question, Mogul, and you can choose to answer it if you want to or not.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever been in that situation, bro?
No. I've never been in a situation to where, and let me just make sure I'm hearing you right. I've never been in a situation, hypothetically speaking, to say where I've been in a long-term relationship. I have basically another relationship or basically another girlfriend on the side, but I want to break up with my long-term run because I don't want to hurt her feelings, even though I already started one here. Right?
Yes.
No, I've never been in that to basically where I had 2 girlfriends or 2 relationships. Have I been in one where I had one and I was doing little things on the side back in my day? Yes, but that's totally different, right? Here's my thing, and here's the question I ask for you: Does the dude share a household with his girlfriend for long term?
No.
They had children together?
No. So for me, okay, that's where it stops with me,
Okay.
Mogul. I always ask, do you have kids? So to me, if you don't have kids, you are not connected to that woman. Go ahead, rip the Band-Aid off, let her heal, and you go do your own thing, bro. Everybody do their own thing, bro.
Listen, man, I want to answer this question without coming across like the asshole that I used to be, because I'm a changed man now. He don't want to hurt her. He don't want to break with her because he don't want to hurt her feelings.
Okay.
All right. This dude, whoever went to school with, hopefully he's not watching this live, but nigga, get some balls, nigga. God damn, man. Like, get some damn balls. Stop being a sucker. What are you doing? Either get some balls or break up with her, or I hate to say this, be with both of them. And I'm not trying to say that's the right thing to do, but bro, get some balls and break up with the girl. You have no children. You're not happy. You don't live with her. You don't have no obligations to her. Break up with her, move on with your life, or be with Shorty, or be with both of them. But stop being a sucker to say I don't want to hurt her feelings.
Okay, let me ask you a question, bro. You really believe like be with both of them? That's an option. You really believe that, bro?
That is an option for a lot of people.
That seems that's expensive though, bro.
See, Rob, you're the same guy that wanted Nick Cannon to bring all baby mamas inside of a house with 12 children and live with each other.
I don't, Mogul, I don't make 25, 50, $100 million a year. I don't make that.
That's still expensive. No matter how much money you make.
This Mogul, Let me ask you this. If this dude that we went to high school with, bro, if he had children with the woman, but he no longer likes her, do you think he should? Do you think he should still break up with her?
See, like is like if I'm not gonna use it, but if he no longer loves her, right? And if he has children with her, if he no longer loves her, and if they don't share a household with each other, they're co-parenting. Well, it doesn't even make no sense if that is the case, right? But let's say that is the case. Let's say they are boyfriend and girlfriend, but they don't live with each other, but they have children, they have a child together. But he's no longer in love with her. Yes, he should end the relationship. You're still going to have a connection with that lady because y'all have a child together. But in this sense, it's like, bro, stop being, I don't want to use the word I want to use, but stop being soft. Just end the relationship. You have no ties to it. Why even play yourself to say, yo, I'm gonna stay with her because I don't want to hurt her feelings? Oh, like, bro, you already got a shorty on the side. So if she find out about your girlfriend on the side, you don't think that's gonna hurt her feelings even more?
Is he soft if he's considering her feelings?
He's soft because he don't want to break up with her because of his feelings. So if that's considering her feelings, I'm not gonna necessarily say that makes him soft to be empathetic. But what makes him soft is not the courage enough to say, yo, let me end this. I no longer want to be with you. I'm already cheating on you. That's what makes him soft.
What if this girl is suicidal?
Yeah, I see where you just go. I don't know if the girl.
No.
So, I don't. Listen. I don't know if the girl is suicidal or not. But if that is the case, you definitely need to get out of that relationship. Because Lord knows, I would hate to be in a relationship with anybody, and I got to worry about you killing yourself because I don't want to be with you no more.
But Mogul, I think people invest all of themselves into a person, and that's when it gets to that point. Mogul, would you agree?
Say that last part again. They do what into a person?
Let me. I'm gonna go again at it. People give all of themselves into a person, bro.
If well, obviously he's not giving himself all into the person. So are you speaking from the woman's perspective?
The woman's perspective. In this case, the woman's perspective.
Right. So let's just keep it real. Naturally, as men, we're not as emotional as women are, right? In most cases, especially in the relationships that I've been into, the women always tend to fall in love first, or catch feelings first, and a lot of times women are much more emotionally mature than men, right? We can all agree to that. So here's my thing: time heals everything. Eventually, people will move on. Eventually, you'll find somebody else to make you happy. That's just the natural way of life, right? If homeboy is scared to break up with this girl because he don't want to hurt her feelings, do you not think it's going to be worse when she finds out he already got another girlfriend on the side?
Absolutely.
So you're making a great point. Does it make him look more of a weak nigga, or does it make him look more of a man to say, look, I'm going to come to you as a man and say, like, yo, I'm not happy. I really don't want to do this. We have no ties. We have no obligations to each other. Let's move on. I wish you the best in life. I think you deserve to be with somebody else that can fulfill you in ways that I can't. It doesn't make more sense as a man to do that versus saying, oh, man, I care about your feelings while I'm knocking my other chick down on the side. Do you really care about her feelings?
Mogul, you expect a woman to understand what you just said?
I expect I don't, even if they don't expect it, I also think they may respect it more, even if they don't expect it. Like, even though I don't expect them to take what I'm saying, but any logical woman will also respect me more for me coming to as a man to say, like, yo, this shit is a wrap. Wrap it up. It's done.
You just said two words that don't go together: logical and woman. Stop, Bogle.
Go ahead.
That you tell me where you've ever seen a logical woman, bro. You just said.
See, Ron, you bugging. You bugging. There's a lot of logical grown women out there, bro.
Point them out. Point them out.
Point them out. You better watch yourself. You better be careful.
Point them out.
Be careful.
Hey, man.
You better be careful.
If they're out there,
there's a lot of See, Rob, there's a lot of logical grown women out there. And the older women get, I'm realizing a lot of women will want you to just be honest with them, even if it hurts their feelings.
Okay, that's good.
Right? Even if it hurts their feelings, they will want you to be honest with them instead of playing with them and lying to them. I realize that now the older I'm getting in life. Women are different nowadays, bro. A lot of women are just more so to the point to say, look, keep it G with me or move around. And if you don't, and if this is something that you be honest with me, it may hurt my feelings, but at least you came to me as a man to say, look, this it is what it is, and you allow me to move on and find somebody else instead of stringing me along knowing that you don't want to be with me.
Okay. I'm rolling. I'm rolling.
Cooking.
No, that was good. That was good.
That boy good.
That was good.
Yeah.
But bro, you left the food in the stove way too long when you said that there are logical women, bro. Let me ask you a question.
There's a lot of logical women, bro. You trying to tell me you don't know one logical woman in your life?
No. No. No.
You bugging.
Emotions take over, bro. You could go to a woman and say, hey, baby, so check this out, man. We should do this like this, because if we do this like this, we'll get this result. This is the result we want. This is why we should do this like this. A woman will find a way to disagree with what you said and do it a whole nother way that will set you back, bro. To answer your question, have I ever ran into a logical woman? No.
Okay, so let me ask this. Let me play devil's advocate. Is it more so her not being logical or her not believing in your leadership?
That's good. That's good. That's good.
Let me sip on that one real quick.
No, you're good. Take a quick sip. Take a quick sip. Take a quick sip.
I want the ladies to chime in on this one.
It could be both. It could be both. Now, sometimes you will run into a dude that you don't believe in, bro. But sometimes women will fight against a good dude because they can't get out of their own way. That's not logical.
See, Rob, damn, I want to push back on this so much.
Yeah, that's why I tell. Hey,
I'm gonna stand up for the women on this one. In my experience, right? Have I dealt with some illogical women? Absolutely, right? But it more so dealt with their sense of. We talk about emotional intelligence a lot, right?
Mm-hmm.
It more so deals with their lack of emotional intelligence, right? Mm-hmm. That makes them illogical because they're smart mentally, brain-wise, but sometimes their emotional intelligence outweighs, or their unemotional, or their lack of emotional intelligence outweighs their logical thinking. But I've also, in my older life, you know what I mean, and everybody knows I have a fiance now, so I can only kind of relate to my relationship now. My fiance is a very strong, independent, logical woman who is a leader in her own, right? But she also, if I come to her and I say, yo, let's make this play this and this and that, she would ask me questions to be like, okay, what if this and this and this happens? She's only asking that, not because she doesn't want to agree with me. She only asking that to see if I fully thought everything out.
That's beautiful.
And if I can say, well, boom, boom, boom to her questions, she's always, well, let's go, let's do it. So
that's beautiful.
So number one, just because she questions it, I have to sit back to say, she's not questioning me because she doesn't believe in it. She's just questioning me to make sure that as her man and as her leader, that I have this whole shit mapped out in case something does go wrong. And because she is a logical, smart thinking woman, women are very calculated to say, okay, my man wants to do this and this and this. But if my man so happened to miss this, I already got this plan in case something goes wrong. And that's the only way why I kind of push back to say not all women are illogical.
Okay, that's good. That was great because in
D
that
Polly, what up,
situation,
Derek?
you do want a woman to challenge your thinking to make sure that you're both on the same page.
No.
Because the worst thing as a man, the worst thing, the one of the worst feelings is leading your family astray. But here's why I said there are women who don't operate in logic. Mogul, I have this code. Yeah, I'm still on that. I'm still on that. I'm
Right.
fight. If I gotta fight that fight by myself, I will. And I'm gonna stand on that hill. Mogul.
You want that hill alone, buddy.
No, I'll rep it. I'll rep it alone. Mogul. I work with this lady.
Mm-hmm.
Lady's around 60 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Single. She said, she's able to talk to me. My money kind of a little funny, I'm looking a little crazy out here. I looked at her car. I said, well, sister, you got a luxury vehicle.
Absolutely, Derek.
If your money's a little funny, you could kind of, scale back on the vehicle, and that'll kind of take your money up a little bit. Oh, nah, when I'm out here, I gotta rep, I gotta look a certain way, I gotta dress a certain way. They gotta see me pull up in something. Mogul, I'm being logical, bro. I just broke the game down. I just showed you one way to kind of improve your situation, but you're fighting back against logic. All I did was look at numbers and come up with a logical solution for you to succeed, and you're fighting against it. So with that said, how many logical women do you know? Because I don't know many. Yeah, and I'm standing on that. Yeah.
Listen,
Yeah.
all right, couple of things here, man. Couple of things. This lady is 60 years old, and she's saying she's struggling financially. You say she drives a luxury car. First of all, what is this luxury car, so I can clarify if this is luxury or not?
Oh, buddy, it's like a 2022 BMW type situation. I don't know the names like the X this and that. I don't know that, but it's a 2022 BMW.
Okay. So from your perspective, she's paying a very high car note. Least to say, right?
Bro, she told me she's paying like $950 a month.
Well, see, Ron, technically speaking, depending on what type of BMW of this. If this is like one of those 7 Series new BM, this and that, I listen. These cars ain't that cheap, right?
Mm-hmm.
So technically speaking, 9 something sounds a lot, but based off of whatever her credit is or her interest rate, that might have been a good deal.